Why should you live in a master plan community? Well, I am going to show you right now. This is Fireside at Norterra, and I am Shelley Sakala, a realtor with the Sakala Group Real Estate team. Yes, it is my team. And I've been in real estate for, oh my God, 22 years. I used to think that was gonna sound so great, and now it just makes me feel old. But anyway, it is what it is. But let's take a tour of the master plan community Fireside at Norterra, which is a Del Webb community. You might recognize that name. He is the master of master planned communities. Let's get started. Right over my shoulder, you may recognize this. It is a beautiful waterfall that you're gonna see in probably every prom and every, big dance photo for all of the high school kids in North Phoenix. So if that looks familiar to you, you know why. Come on, let's go inside. Okay, so come on in. This is the downstairs level, and I'm gonna show you how gorgeous it is. Really a state-of-the-art facility. And oh, did I mention that I live here? And I have lived here for just about 20 years. Check this area out. So when I first lived here, this was called Kids Corner. And we could have our little babies and stuff in here when we worked out, but guess what? There's a ton of liability with that. So they have changed it, and they have turned it into more of a teen hangout. And you know what? In the late afternoons or sometimes on the weekends, you will see kids actually in here hanging out, playing some video games, playing a little bit of the air hockey, just sort of feeling like they have a little bit of freedom away from their parents. Of course, we have an elevator, so anybody can, get to the upstairs level, which is really the best part, and we're about to get to that. But check this out. We've got a 3-story rock climbing wall. And so my kids are older now, like 18 and 21. So when my kids were younger, they used it all the time. It was a blast. And they would come down to the community center and hang out and do some, well, as they got older, they worked out. And when they were younger, they liked to kind of hang out in the kids' corner and also the rock climbing wall. So let's go upstairs and see what else we have. You can look down at the rock climbing wall right here. It's pretty cool. Okay. And once you get upstairs, you can see that there is always somebody lovely working at the desk to answer any questions that you may have or buy tickets to some of the events that we have. We have lots of events here, which is so awesome, like concert on the lawn. We just had a casino night a couple of nights ago, so really fabulous. Lots of seating areas. Oh, look, here's our Fireside Chat magazine. Who's that? Back page, baby. Anyway, come this way. We also have a coffee station, so residents can come. There's a group of 6 that come every morning, like clockwork, at about 6:30 a.m. and they sit together, they have their coffee, they enjoy their time together, solving the world's problems. And oh, what do you know? Sponsoring the coffee bar. Here I am again. I'm ubiquitous. That's our big word of the day. All right, and come and check out the great room. We have a full kitchen. So this great room area, you can actually rent. So you can do weddings here. There have been a few residents that have done, anniversaries, like 50th wedding anniversaries. So the catering can kind of all happen throughout this area. And then they also have tables and chairs and all of the things that you need. So you just have to get with the activities person, and you can rent the space and come and check out that space. It's huge. And by the way, we just had it remodeled, which is awesome. So you can see, all the on-trend furnishings and paint, and it looks really lovely. But, when we have events, they set up tons of tables and the whole community comes down. It's just really awesome. We do things for every holiday, during Christmas, Santa's here, and they have a big Easter egg hunt during, Easter. There's just always something going on. And what's cool about this community is you can be as involved or non-involved as you would like. If you're the type that wants to go in and shut your garage and be private, awesome. If you want to meet a lot of people, you come down here for an event and the sky's the limit. You can meet tons of friends. Oh, what do you know? These are some of our lovely residents, and I've actually sold a house Yes, Mary. She lives behind me. Don't you guys just love the community center?
And he's amazing. No trick ever.
Here's your money. Thank you. Cue the client. Come on in this way. This has all been remodeled as well. So this is the entry to the gym area. We have a fitness studio, which is wonderful. There's all kinds of classes that you can take, Pilates, yoga, weightlifting, all kinds of different options for you in there. And then this is the gym. Tons of options here. You want to do weightlifting. There's actually a trainer here that you can sign up with if you want. You can come and you can get on the treadmills and either, watch TV, look out the window at the beautiful scenery, whatever you would like. We have great, I'm probably not going to take you in here because it's technically where people are changing and things, but there are saunas in both the men's and the women's locker rooms, so tons of locker room space as well, so pretty cool. Let's go take a look outside. This is the movement studio, which is really cool. And you can see weightlifting. They were doing some cycling. They do different classes. You can tell by the way I look that I'm not in here very often. I mean to be, I have good intentions. But anyway, this is just fabulous that this is offered. And what a view. Seriously, look at your view from inside to the outside. Isn't it gorgeous? It's absolutely gorgeous. And so we have events on the lawn, that's actually what they're called, all of the time, except for in the summer when it's a little toasty. But we have a band stage set up there. Everybody brings their lawn chairs. You can BYOB. Typically there'll be a food truck that they have here. Go down and get your food, come up. I mean, hundreds of people. It is so much fun and such a great activity to bring the community together. And that's what's awesome about this community center is it really is the heart of the community and the hub brings people together. And like I said, you can come down here and make friends, or you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but the choice is yours. This was something that majorly attracted us. I'm gonna show you. Not this patio, which is very cool. People come here and watch the sun go down and sit outside, which is nice, but check out this play structure for the kids. So I must say, for people that have kids or even grandkids, and you know what I love about this community too, is it is multi-generational. So it's not just catered towards young families or, people that have kids in school or high school. My parents live here. My mother-in-law lives here. I mean, it is multi-generational. My parents, who are in their 80s now, have met some really fabulous friends. But one of the attractions for us was this phenomenal water feature here. I mean, the kids just absolutely love it. And when my kids were little, we were down here every day, like sometimes twice a day, mid-morning, and then after nap time, we would come back down. And I met so many moms, and some of these moms have had to move out of state or to different areas, and I'm still friends. We've made lifelong friends, and my children are still friends with their children. So anyway, it's fantastic. It's really a great gathering place. So here's the deal. My kids would be in the play pool area, which actually, since there's, fountains and, the water's constantly aerating, it's actually really chilly. It stays pretty cold. So they would get cold. Then they would want to come up here to the lap pool and hang around and play because it's heated. And then if they still weren't warm enough, then we'd go over and sit in the jacuzzi. So it was always kind of a three-step process. Oh, and then we would go in through the women's locker room where there's showers and I could wash their hair and get them all ready and then take them home. Done. These areas too, here in the pool, you can rent them out if you have kids' birthday parties or something like that. You can rent them, so that's really nice. And we do have, like I said, lap lanes, so kids know to stay out of those areas. So if you're a lap swimmer, this is absolutely phenomenal to come down and get some exercise. Great place to have a party here, covered patio. And again, I mean, the mountain views in this area, the whole neighborhood, are just breathtaking. so, so pretty. And the jacuzzi, which is phenomenal if you're, if you got some sore muscles after you're working out, or you got freezing cold, shivering kids and they want to be in there for a little bit. So anyway, there's just absolutely something for every age. Well, now I think you know why I love Fireside and I have lived here for so long. And actually, I've sold over 300 houses in this community, so I know the floor plans, I know the area. Hey, you know what though? I know the whole valley. So we work the entire valley, my team, the Sakala group. So if you have any questions or you're thinking about moving to the area, you're wanting to know what the different lifestyles are in different locations, give me a call. I mean, I grew up here, I know all the areas, so yeah, reach out, and we're gonna be posting a lot more videos like this, so please subscribe to my channel and come on back.